Before the world had names, before churches, denominations, or doctrines, there were questions God never answered plainly. Questions hidden between verses, events whispered, not shouted. Truths so heavy that Scripture hints, but does not linger. Tonight, you are not here for milk. You are here for mystery. Stay with me, because near the end, we'll reach a moment in the Bible where heaven itself goes silent, and what happens next is almost never taught. The beginning before the beginning. Genesis does not start at the beginning. It starts after something already happened. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Genesis 1 verse 1. But then comes a strange sentence. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. The Hebrew phrase tohu vabohu does not mean unfinished. It means desolate, ruined, judged. Something occurred between verse 1 and verse 2, and the Bible never explains it. Luke 10 verse 18. Not will fall, fell. Revelation hints again. There was war in heaven, Revelation 12 verse 7. But where is this war described in Genesis? It isn't. The Bible shows us the aftermath, not the event. The fallen angels weren't just cast out. They were restricted. God did not spare the angels who sinned, but cast them into chains of darkness. 2 Peter 2 verse 4. Why chains? If they were already defeated. Because what they did was worse than rebellion. The forbidden union. Genesis 6 quietly drops one of the most controversial verses in the Bible. The sons of God saw the daughters of men that they were beautiful, and they took wives for themselves. The phrase sons of God is not used for humans elsewhere in the Old Testament. It refers to divine beings. There were giants in the earth in those days. The Nephilim, hybrids, abominations. This was not mythology. This was the corruption of humanity's bloodline. And that explains something terrifying. Why the flood was so severe. The flood wasn't just about wicked behavior. It was about genetic contamination. Genesis 6 verse 12. Not many, all except one family. Noah was perfect in his generations. That doesn't mean morally perfect. It means genetically uncorrupted. God wasn't restarting civilization. He was preserving the Messiah's lineage. If Satan could pollute humanity, the promise of Genesis 3 verse 15 would fail, and heaven would lose. The books you were never taught. The Bible mentions books not included in Scripture. The book of Enoch, the book of Jasher, the book of the wars of the Lord. Why mention them if they don't matter? Jude quotes Enoch directly. Joshua references Jasher. These books explain things Scripture chooses not to elaborate on. Not because they are false, but because humanity wasn't ready. Some knowledge awakens responsibility. The silent years, God goes quiet. Then something even stranger happens. After Malachi, God says nothing. For 400 years. No prophet. Heaven goes silent. Israel suffers. Because silence was part of the plan. But when the fullness of time had come, God sent forth His Son. Galatians 4 verse 4. The silence was not abandonment. It was preparation. But Peter tells us something shocking. He went and preached to the spirits in prison. 1 Peter 3 verse 19. Who are these spirits? Not humans. They are the imprisoned rebels from ancient times. Jesus didn't rest. He announced victory. Not salvation, judgment. The cross wasn't just forgiveness. It was cosmic justice. The mystery that still remains. Paul admits something most people ignore. We see through a glass, darkly. God withholds details on purpose, because mystery creates humility, because certainty can create pride, because some truths are revealed only when obedience is proven. And here is the part most never realize. The same rebellion that happened before the flood, Jesus said would happen again. As it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be. Not just violence, not just sin, but boundary crossing. Final thought. The Bible is not incomplete. Some things are sealed until the right time. And maybe the reason you're drawn to these mysteries is because you were meant to seek, not just read. Because the God of the Bible is not afraid of questions. He is waiting for those who dare to ask them. Stay alert. Stay humble. And remember, some truths are hidden, not to keep you blind, but to see who is willing to search.